Well, hello. This is Josh with the channel ZZZ Giant Awake. Before I get into the actual meat of the video, I wanted to say I'm hoping that my next video will actually include David Silverman. I'm actually pretty sure that I'll at least get his speech on recorded when he comes in on Sunday to Utah, because he's actually speaking at a mass exodus from the LDS Church. So essentially a mass resignation to coincide with LDS General Conference. So he's going to be doing a speech, so my next video is actually going to be of him. I'm hoping to also get an interview with him. We'll see how that goes. But now, going into the meat of the video, this is actually a response to a YouTuber who I would consider, at least in this format, a friend of mine. I Am Oblivion. I am a big fan of him as an individual. I can tell whenever he talks that he's being genuine and that that he's an overall good guy. So he made a response recently, and I'll include a link in the description, about the Amazing Atheist being a hypocrite by blocking him for making a comment that was dissenting of him, even though the Amazing Atheists talks about not blocking people or not censoring people, how that's bullshit. And I've heard that video, and I'm not the biggest fan of TJ, to be honest. I've never really been that moved by him. He generalizes way too much, and essentially that should be the first sign of trouble. Anybody who generalizes and doesn't, because essentially everybody is an individual and should be held responsible for their individual beliefs and actions, not generalizing people, even if it's a group of Christians or anything like that. And Kyle, I've wondered a lot how many atheists come here to find this community on YouTube, and they're excited because they finally feel like they found home, only to find out that it's a one-way mirror. We can see these established atheists who have been well thought and actually are celebrated, and we have similar ideas, and we've had similar ideas for them for years. And I wonder, I've considered how often somebody like us or me comes onto YouTube and sees this great community and creates a YouTube account, only to post a couple videos and get frustrated because there's no interaction at all. I'm sure that it's not just me, and it sounds like you're feeling the same way. And then, I'm actually even writing a whole, I don't know what it's going to end up being. I'm thinking about making a video, but the project's probably way outside of what I could afford to do. But, so become my Patreon. I can joke. There is this little bit of bitterness that comes when you find the YouTuber who speaks to you, or the couple or the few YouTubers who speak to you, only to not be able to even thank them. That's how little contact that they can afford to have with their fan base. And it's not, I think it's because they want to have normal lives and not just react to fans on YouTube and internet trolls that are all over. So it feels like we get to know people like TJ. He has these well thought out things, but we don't. TJ, at least the Amazing Atheist, is really a character. He's not, I'm sure TJ is not as loud and proud as the Amazing Atheist is. He's just filling the role because it's kind of what he's decided to do as a livelihood, and he'll say things that he knows are wrong or stupid or underthought. He'll just say them because it gets a reaction. There's actually this thing called Dramagate, where a bunch of YouTubers tested what was more important on YouTube to get views, and it was not the content of the video or whether there was any truth to the video, but the level of drama that might come out of the video. So that's why I think some people like TJ have done well over a long period of time. And actually, as far as YouTuber interaction, I think the only interaction I've ever gotten would be from Mr. Repsian. I think that's actually how I found your channel, is because of we both made a response to the same video. There's a certain level of futility, and there really has to come a solution. Now, I don't know what that solution is, but because we can, as atheists, can find each other online, and again, we find this one-way window, but we don't know how to express ourselves. And it's not just me, and I don't think it's just you, and if you're feeling that way, I feel your brother. And it's not that we need to be disillusioned, or it's not that we're doing anything wrong, or at least that's the way I feel about your channel. I think that there's eventually going to be some good to come of it. In the long run, I think that by TJ blocking you and forcing you to block him or to stop following him is probably a good thing in the long run, because he's not that great of a YouTuber. He's not an authority on any educational plane. He's not a great thinker, philosopher, or even an artist. He just rants about social subjects. And not to say that everything that he says doesn't have any merit or value to it. It's just, I have not yet to run into anything that I've come across by him that I've been like, oh wow, that made me think. So I mean, and there are other great YouTube channels. I can suggest a bunch. Again, it's hard to actually interact with any of the well-developed YouTubers. This is a kind of a paradox coming onto YouTube. To get views, you have to be well-known, and to be well-known is how you get views. So you kind of get caught in this range, and I've seen people who make good quality videos that have stopped because they get frustrated because of the lack of, they can't get anybody to view their page because they're not popular. So popularity is what gets views, and views is what gets popularity. So it's kind of, again, I think we just go at this until, and it's not that I don't even want to become popular. I think that a big break would be a negative thing in my life, and a bad thing for my ego overall. But I think that there needs to be some kind of interaction between atheists, and I don't know what that is, and it's definitely, from my experience, I don't think it's going to be found on YouTube. So hopefully we'll have more answers in the near future. If anything comes up that I see that may help you out, or if you see anything that can help me out with interacting with fellow atheists, because I've had to go, essentially I'm trying to join this Utah Atheist Club, but it always conflicts with my schedule. So again, if you find anything, let me know. If I find anything, I'll let you know. Kyle, I understand you. I hope that you keep at it, buddy. And again, out of all the atheists to not have to really worry about, I think losing TJ is probably not anything to lose any sleep over. But until next time, take care.